Welcome back to another video. I was actually throwing a lot of some of the tools and products that we purchased over the last few weeks into my milk truck, the 2009 HHR panel. Now I use this one for literally 5-ish, 6-ish years. That's when I was on my own, when I had Anthony as my helper 3 years ago. We were doing like 2 to 3 cars a day, 2 to 5 service, like the different types of services per day, 600, 700 buckaroos, in this tiny little HHR panel, where I just remember like I would cram everything into that van, and in the beginning of the day, it would be like this, like, you know, perfect, you know, Tetris played out, organized van that, you know, the buckets went exactly here, the brushes went exactly here, the bag went exactly here, the towel went exactly here, and by the end of the day, everything would be everywhere, right? Like nothing would actually fit, everything would be a mess. It was a long day, you're tired, you just want to get back to your house and unload and just, you know, not do anything. But then, you know, that same night you have to get everything ready, organize everything again, because you have to do everything the next morning. But it was just so annoying, because like having to do that day in and day out every single day was just, and again, I did that for 5 or more years. So if you have a small setup right now, if you have a Corolla, a Camry, a Charger, a Challenger, a Wrangler, a Ranger, whatever small setup you have, like, you can get it done. I worked at a 2003 Toyota Matrix XRS for a while, and then upgraded to this 2009 HHR panel. And it's just crazy to see that, like, back then I would have all of this absolutely filled up with buckets, and driving location to location, to customer, day in, day out. I mean, like, I did it because I had to do it, because that's all I had, you know, that's all I had at the time. But man, that was a different time, because now if we go to the other van, this is our 2015 RAM Promaster now. Let me raise this up for you guys. And it's just a completely different setup right now. I mean, this generator alone here would take up that entire backspace of the HHR. Like, it's not even remotely close to handling this. I never had an air compressor in my milk truck, never had any hose reels, and that's not to say that you can't. I've actually seen some setups and people in Corollas or in trucks or with trailers that have air compressor hose, that have a compressor reel, that have a vacuum reel, that has a pressure washer reel. I've seen like Camrys, Corollas with these like pretty legit setups. I just was not smart enough to think about it like that, but I've seen setup like this. So I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to compare and contrast my milk truck to this RAM Promaster, and it's just a night and day difference. And I know some people are going to be asking, this is the Predator 8750. The one before this, we had the Predator 3500, and then before that, we have two 2000 generators. We have a Predator 2000 and a Honda 2000. This one is able to run the Prospector 500 back there, the air compressor, the pressure washer, and the steamer, and the Johnny Vac all on one go. I think so, actually. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, like this is the Johnny Vac. It's like pretty expensive, but there's no way that's fitting in my van. Like, there's no way that size vacuum would fit. This is a 30-foot hose. This is like a 33-foot hose. This is a 50-foot hose. This is 50 feet. This is 50 feet. That's great for you guys to be like, it's honestly just it's progress. It's like wherever you are right now is not where you'll be a year from now. It's not where you'll be 2 years from now. So don't get so hooked up or so caught up in like, well, he has the van and they have the shop and they have, it's like, dude, everyone starts somewhere. Everyone's progress will be different. Focus on building your business day by day, week by week, and at some point you're gonna look back and you're like, dang, I've come a long way. I mean, don't even get me started with the pressure washer and water tank setup, because in the milk truck, let's say out of 100 times that I would go service a customer, I would carry the pressure washer maybe once. So I never carried a pressure washer with me. I would always use the customer's water. Now, one thing I would do is bring my own retractable garden hose. But that's about it. I mean, obviously with the attachment and stuff. But that's it. I never use a foam cannon, never use a foam gun. It would just be a garden hose to rinse and do what I had to do. There was no water tank, there was no water pump, there was hardly ever a pressure washer. And now in the van we have a AR whatever, it's like 600 bucks. Now we have a 100 gallon water tank. We have a pump that feeds the water, and it's a completely different setup. Now, could we be where we are right now if we still ran out of the HHR? No, not at this point, because again, everything goes back to volume. If you're doing 1 car a day, you can use a Bizzle Pro Heat, right? Shampoo a whole interior. It might take you a while, but you can do 1 whole interior. Could you do 2 interiors in 1 day with that Bizzle Pro Heat? Probably not. Could you do 3 interiors in 1 day with that Bizzle Pro Heat? Probably not. Because in the HHR, the biggest problem is like the inconvenience, the hassle of bringing everything down, taking everything off, and putting. It's like it's very annoying to do that. It's much easier when you can just get in a van that's dedicated as a work setup, turn it on, and go. Versus, okay, let me bring everything down. Okay, I don't need this. I don't need that. Let me move this. This weekend I'm gonna go out to the beach. Well, let me take everything out because I need to. Like it just. It's not fun at all. Anyways, I can keep on talking forever about this because it's just what I went through for so many years. But I'll end it right here. Let me know your thoughts. What's your current setup? What vehicle are you using right now? Other than that, check the description box down below for my podcast, the Detailing Business Class podcast. You can download the ultimate guide to start your detailing business. You can follow me on Instagram, which is @DetailGroove. And here shortly, it'll also be at Proper Care for both YouTube and Instagram. @Proper Care. That's a lot of ats and things to follow me on. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.